Making me look bad, you know. You can't do that to me, man. I have an image to uphold and stuff. I can't just be doing that. I'm trying to do stuff out here. Hello, welcome back. Trying to do another long format video here. I'm glad to see you again. We have a fancy piece of metal. And any metal, this is 20 gauge sheet metal. And it has rust on it. And that adds a scrap value. But we're not scrapping it. It was gonna get scrapped. But we're gonna make this into a little pan. Like a frying pan, you know, like cook a single egg in or something, you know. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a little pan out of this. To do that, I'm gonna have to. Where'd all my soapstone go? Steal my soapstone? No. Okay. What the? All right, I found one. Shop cat. Come here. Come here. You can do it. I believe in you. Come here. Oh, come here. Oh. All right, so basically, we're going to be taking this, and I'm kind of going to be like roughly making a circle out of it. And you going to hold that for me? No? Okay. We're going to try to clean it up a little bit. Kind of forge it over the anvil, kind of give it that dome pan shape. You went down? You do. Okay, there you go. Trying to give it that dome pan shape, you know. Probably get a nice... We're going to get a nice circle out of it. I did get a C in art class. I did pass, believe it or not. But we're going to kind of clean this up, mark out the area I want, cut it, and then we're going to start kind of shaping it to the dome we want. We're over here now at the grinding area. As you can tell, I got grinders in the grinding area. It's a grinding area. So I'm going to be taking the wire wheel, this thing that throws wires everywhere, and we're going to do that. All right, we have our square, very square piece of half shiny metal. Now it's all nice and wire wheel, I can start scribbling on a circle that I got to cut out. So I realized I didn't have the right instruments of measurement to make a perfect circle on here. Because apparently I haven't had to make perfect circles very often. So now I got to find something to trace. And to do that, I got to find a round object to trace. That's the most important part. Yeah, is this big enough? No. I kind of want to like fill up the majority of this area that I have. Trying to use up as much metal without much waste. What is the cat doing? That's pretty good. I can live with that. Where'd that even come from? It's just my wood pile. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the old marker and we're going to go around that. You got to be very careful when you do this step. Make sure you take your time when you're doing this step. Okay, now that I've taken my time making this circle, I got to cut out said circle with 10 snips. I love 10 snips. All right, I got them. Gotta get the right 10 snips for the right job. Now, the fun part is cutting out the circle. Make sure you do a half decent job at it so it is less cleanup. after you're done forging it. Been there, done that. Time is money, said this old guy I met once, which is true. But so we're gonna cut this out. Then the idea is to kind of dome it a little bit. I have some tools that I kind of want to use for this that I haven't used in a while because I don't do stuff like this very often. We're going to try to dome it. Just kind of make it a general frying pan shape, I guess. And whatever you want to call a general frying pan shape. We're going to clean it up really nice. Hot rasp it probably, the edges and whatnot. Then we're going to try to make a handle for it, which a handle I might just make out of like 1/4 inch or something. Just a little dainty handle. Because this ain't a heavy pan. You can't put heavy stuff in it. So it might just be a little handle, maybe some curl or something, like a twist maybe, you know. Classic blacksmith style. And then soften the edges of it. Make sure you can't cut yourself. Then all you gotta do for a pan this size is make sure there's no rust. Clean it up really good. Season it kind of just like you would a cast iron, I think. If I read research right. Not saying I did. But just to kind of heat up, oil the pores of the metal, and I guess you guys are good to go. I mean, from what I understand. So I forgot to mark center on this. It's just going to help me later to kind of get a reference point of when I'm moving this thing out, where I'm trying to get this dome part in here. It's going to kind of allow me to have like a center point to kind of, oh, that side's more messed up than that side. Yeah. And also I like to polish it beforehand or wire wheel it, because when it kind of hits light, you can see all the deforms in it and what kind of is good and what's not good. So now it kind of disc looks like this. I don't even know what size, I don't even know what diameter this is. It's just a random masonry cutoff wheel that was sitting on my workbench. Do I have a tape measure? What'd you do with my tape measures? Found one. It's about 2 foot 6.5. Oh shoot. 6 1/4 disc. So there's your reference. It's 6 1/4. This is what that is. This might be a little bit bigger. Like 6 3/8. But now you got the center point on there. It's been a while since I made one of these. I've only made like a handful of them. So I guess this is a tutorial. I guess this is a tutorial if you want it to be called that. So we're going to throw this in the forge. We're going to throw this in the forge. And we're going to turn the forge on. So, I found this piece of wood, very familiar from another video. We're kind of going to be using this. So we're kind of going to be using this as a as our anvil, kind of. Just like a wooden mallet when you're hitting curls, it won't damage the curls. I don't want to expand the metal upon metal. I kind of just want to move it. So the wood's going to allow me to do that without like putting too many big dents and creating thin spots in it. It's just going to kind of let me maneuver it. So it's almost hot in the forge. My pliers I was using last time broke. Yes. I'll find a pair of pliers. Alright, so we're going to use these little crappy pair of slip joint pliers that I found on my bench. Yeah. So we're gonna get this piece of metal out of the forge. Ah, that's hot. So we're gonna kind of take it, and we're just gonna kind of start in the center and work our way out. kind of trying to create that divot in there. You can kind of see there's a bit of a divot in it. That's what we're going for. Get out of the forge, put your glasses on, because PPE is important. All right. This smoke is killing me, dude. Switch spots. Kind of hammer this out. It's turning out way better than I thought. Yo, that's looking pretty dome. That's like almost like a frying pan. Yo, throw that back in the forge. So now we're going to put it back over here. And we're just going to keep pounding on it, trying to create a nice lip on it. Try and get this pane as somewhat deep, so we can maybe fit more than just one egg in it. Other side, the smoke is absolutely blinding me right now. Ah, my eyes are watering. Yes. That's not looking half bad, is it? Okay. Ah, jeez. So, that's looking pretty good. I have to do a lot more to it off camera, but that's just a general thing. But what I'm going to do off camera is I'm just going to kind of smooth out all this and make it look all nice and pretty. So, we got out of the forge, did a little bit more tinkering on it, kind of made a flat spot in it, so when it sits, should sit nice on the stove. Should. Actually, I think I might have like a decent sized piece of steel that'll just sit in here, and I can kind of like create like a nice, even, wide, flat spot for it. It's a little chunk of stainless. Is that too big? That's too big. Ah, here we go. Bearing race. That's gonna like create a nice center. Heck yeah. That's gonna be loud. Alright. Yeah, make sure it's kind of centered. We're just gonna give it like a nice big whack to kind of like, you know about as much as I do. I'm just going as I go here. I don't really know. It's gonna be loud. Whatever. I was right. Alright, we gotta do another one. I was right. Dang. That made one heck of a flat spot, though. That is actually pretty nice. All right, I'm gonna get it hot one more time, and we're gonna do this one more time. It's gonna be a light hit though, because I don't want to. All right, remove it out of the forge. Do the same thing we did last time. Kind of put the bearing race about right there. Put this plate on it. Give it a few nice little hits. We're gonna give it one nice big hit. Landed right in the water bucket. Awesome. All right, we got a little bit of a divot going on here. Okay, that's looking pretty professional, if I say so myself. So now you can probably see that on there. We got a nice flat spot on the bottom. That's going to allow, when I put my handle on, it's going to allow that little bit of weight on there. And it's going to rest easy on the griddle or fire or whatever you decide to put it on. So now we're going to kind of set this aside, let it cool off, and we're going to start working on the handle. Okay, so we got that piece of the handle heating up. I did a little bit of work on it. Now we're going to take it out. We're going to cut off a section. We're going to try to bend it. Because I kind of want it to like curl over. If you smell when I'm stepping in. Take it out. Find the notch I made. About right there. Didn't really want to do that, but you know. All right. Oh, come on. All right, so I don't want like a big obnoxious handle on it, but I don't want something that's like too tiny you can't grip it. So you can kind of see a little bit of a curve in it, and I did that on purpose to kind of bring it out and up. So I'm just going to do a quick measurement here and kind of what I want to do. I think I'm going to take down that end and make it a taper and maybe curl it or something. But we're looking at about 6 inches. I'll probably do 4 inches and see where that goes, and yeah. All right. So I'm gonna put this back in the forge. I'm gonna put a curl on that, and I'll be back with you. So now that we got the pan's cooled off, I did a little bit more work on it. We got this nice circle going on here, so it likes to sit level. I got the handle in the forge. I got this flat part here, because we're going to try to rivet it to it. Me and riveting don't get along too well. So we're going to try. But I'm going to bring this end up, and we're going to flop it over on itself and see what it does. Alright, we're going to pull this out of the forge. And here's the part where it's make or break. We're going to dip this tip in here just in case. Now we're going to take it and we're just going to kind of fold it back over on itself to kind of create a thick part in the handle. That's it right there. That's got to be it. That's looking pretty good. Shoot. Why is it angled like that? Jeez. All right, let's put it back. Put it back in the forge. So I cannot have it. I cannot have the handle angled like that. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna bend this down just a little bit. Okay. So now we're just gonna kind of take this end and we're just gonna go. Boop. That's all we should need. Holy crap! I need more. Boop. That should be it. I like that. Do you like that? That could be up just a little bit more, maybe. I don't want it flush. I kind of want it. Probably could just made it flush with the whole thing. Now that looks too far and too extreme. Man, who's making this stuff? It's just. I also guess it depends on where I put it on the plate too. Alright, I can live with that. So now we're gonna drop it. Alright, we're gonna look at it. It's still there. We're gonna put it back in the forge and we're gonna straighten it up with the leg vise here. We're over at the workbench now. We got rivets, or I gotta make rivets. Me and rivets don't get along too well. I either drill the holes too big, they're sloppy, or I just don't know what I'm doing. One probably more than the other. But here's what. I forgot I had those. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put these in the vise. I'm gonna heat up this part. I'm gonna make a head. So I'm just gonna kind of pound it over with the hammer. Where did my hammer go? Did you take my hammer?
No.
Oh, jeez, it might be in my toolbox. Bear with me. Ah, there it is. It's near you. You did take it. Okay. So we're kind of be over here just making the head of a rivet. And then we're going to mark out holes, drill holes. Probably cut this off because it's a bit long. 3/16 holes, 3/16 stock. And pounding it together and seeing what it does. But before we pound it all together, we're going to clean all this up. All the scale and whatnot, because you don't want your eggs to be full of oxidized metal. So, yeah. We're going to heat this up. I've only made like a handful of rivets, you know. Usually I just weld it, but I kind of want to stick with a theme here of being like blacksmith authentic, I guess. I don't know. Using traditional blacksmith tools, maybe. Shocker, it's moving the vise. I love my job. It's not a job. I'm not getting paid. It's a hobby. Oh, look. Another pair of pliers. Pliers sitting everywhere. Alright, so... Oh! It mutilated that to... Oh! Alright, we need a different plan. Where did my other rivet go? Oh, that's bad. Where did my other rivet go? Alright. That's bad. So we're gonna... It just like shredded that. The teeth on it. We're gonna try to get this one a bit more hot and see what it does. Wow. See, I don't only show the good parts, I show the bad parts too. I mean, that wasn't too bad. I've had worse happen, but it wasn't good. Maybe if I get the head a little bit more hot, it won't be as bad. If the vise doesn't suck all the heat out of it. Yeah, just hit the blowtorch too while I'm at it. Let it heat up a bit more. I don't know if I could have used smaller stock or maybe aluminum rivets. I don't know if aluminum rivets would have worked. Depends how hot or what you're cooking over. All right. Jeez. There's one. How bad is it? It's still a little bit mutilated. I'll be back with you guys. Okay, so I'm not much of a rivet guy, but I am a half decent welder. So we're at the welding table. We're just gonna weld this on here. I'm gonna try to throw some like discrete welds on it. Nothing too flashy or big or whatever. Maybe we're kind of gonna go something like that. But I do need to cut this. I gotta cut this in half because it's way too big. So I'm gonna go cut this. I can actually do it right here. I forgot I have fancy tools. We're gonna use loud, obnoxious tools, I guess. Get the air hose out. Yeah, this is gonna be loud. Yeah, air tools scream. It's convenience though, it's close. Ugh. So now we're gonna kind of look at this. Yep, still there. How level is it? It's level-ish. We got a low spot right here. What am I gonna do about that? Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna take the hammer. Find that low spot again. About right here. Right there. Just gonna kind of give it a little. A little bit over here. A lot of it over here, actually. That's better. That gives it more of a little bit even look. It still gives you that rustic, unfinished look, though. Those rough edges. They won't be too rough, so I'll have to buff those all out. But before we weld this on here, we are going to wire weld. We are going to wire wheel it all nice and clean and shiny. No, because I don't want splatter to stick to it if there is splatter. We're gonna. Wow. I've been filming for a little bit, haven't I? I'm starting to lose it. We are going to wire wheel this little section right here where we're going to weld it. That's where we're going to wire wheel it. And then we'll wire wheel the rest of it. Make sure it's all nice and clean. All the edges are finished. We'll get it hot. Maybe we'll throw something on it over a little fire I have going. What I have to cook out here, I don't know. It's been freezing for the past couple of days. So any chicken eggs are about hard as golf balls right now. But we're going to clean that spot up and we're going to get it prepped to tack it. Okay, so we got that cleaned up. Got a little spot cleaned up right there. We're going to tack that on there. Just like so. Make it nice and neat. Make sure it's all square. I don't think we need the wire speed that high. We'll go right there, see what that does. Welder's making weird noises. I think the Chinese welder is at the end of its life. I don't know. Hate to say it, but... Or I can just invest in a better one. I don't know. It's fine. It's supposed to make that noise. Alright. Trim wire. We're going to put the hood on here. Ooh. That should still be good for you guys, I think. Yeah, we're just going to say it is. Alright, drop the soapstone again for the second time. Wish it was on the anti-fatigue net and it didn't shatter in a million pieces. I'll put the welding hood on, clean it off. Alrighty. So now we're just going to kind of line it up. We're going to put one little tack on it, turn it over, and see what it looks like. Because I don't want it to look like caca. when I weld it all up. Shoot, so I thought the handle is too heavy. Gosh dang it. That's no good. That's no good. That's no good. Welder's making weird noises. Figured that would happen. I mean, once you put an egg in it, it'll probably even itself up. That's still not good. The welder is making some very unhealthy noises right now. It's kind of concerning me. That's why we tack stuff on. Now I'm going to take it over to the big angle grinder. We're going to kind of cut it off about right here. See if we can't balance it out. I probably could have made this out of a thinner material for the size of this pan. But I like to over-engineer stuff and make it more heavier duty than it needs to be. I've had stuff break. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'm just going to try that right like that. Okay. Turn it over. Huh, that's funny. It's resting on the handle itself. Still didn't solve my problem. Gosh dang it. This is a problem. This is a real problem, you know. I have an idea. Bear with me. So I went with a completely different style of handle. It's a little, I mean, it kind of looks better in my opinion than this big bulky thing for such a little pan. And this thin handle will dissipate heat more quickly too than that big chunky 1/4-inch handle. So I'm going to finish welding this up. It sits like that by itself. We're going to clean it up. We're going to see if we can't try to season it maybe. We're going to try to weld this up here. It should go good. I just cannot burn through this thin sheet steel here. That's the only thing. There we go, fully welded. You can chuck that in front of a freight train, ain't gonna do nothing to it. All right, we're gonna clean up that tack over there, but I'll meet you over at the grinding area here. I hit your little mic, my bad, guys. So we're gonna wire wheel this up, try to blend these welds in because I got a bit hot, and yeah, we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it here, shall we? It's gonna take us a little bit to clean up, but I'll get back with you here when it's all done. So I cleaned the pan up quite a bit. It took me a while with the wire wheel because I put it in the forge. All that mill scale I had on there kind of got pounded into the steel really good. And yes, it made it easier to form, but in the long run, it took me longer with the angle grinder than it probably would have just to do it cold. Maybe it would have turned out the same if I did it cold. Maybe I won't. I might have to do another video on this, make another pan kind of the same size, probably use the same template, but I'll do it cold instead of heating it up. And we'll completely skip the riveting and all that other fun stuff, and we'll just weld it. But I got my little tea light thing going on here, and I'm wondering if this will get hot enough to even make it change colors or even cook something on it. I try to grind off as much mill scale as I could. Probably won't sell this one, it'll be my own little personal one. But if I was to make another one of these, I don't think I'd put it in the forge because all that mill scale, like I said, will just get kind of pounded into it. so it'll just make it hard to clean up in the end. But yeah, it's just a nice little stout, loud pan. The finding something like a chunk of plate or something, put in the middle of it to create that nice center, that nice flat spot, is definitely something that you could do too. If you got even like a chunk of pipe that fits in there or something, or not even that size, but just create a nice even flat spot. I mean, that made the world of difference, trying to get this thing all nice and level and situated, and also kind of lets you like center out your work too. It makes it look a little bit more better. The handle, I used 3/16. Same thing I was trying to use is for rivets on the 1/4" handle. If I was to make a bigger pan, say maybe like instead of where did my tape measure go? Did you steal my tape measure again?
No.
I gotta go find a tape measure. That other piece I had, that was about 6.5. This turned out to be 6-ish, roughly 6 1/8, 6 1/4. Yeah, well, let's go with 6 1/8 because my candle went out. That's not even hot. I'm not a candle maker, okay? I'm a blacksmith. But I could probably make one out of like out of a 10-inch piece of steel. I mean, different size skillets. How do you measure a skillet? You like measure a skillet like across from it, or like how do you? So we still really don't know how to measure a skillet. But like I said, just different types of steel, I guess, and bigger pan. I can make one all the way up to a foot. I can make one 2 feet long, or I can make a really big one. How big is this? 17 inches. I did this one on the side. I don't know how good this is going to turn out. I got to clean the crap out of this still. This was a disc. It was, well, one of these. I just plugged the hole in it, added a handle, and I got to clean this thing up a lot. But that's besides the point. Believe it or not, this is still lighter than a cast iron in this size. And cheaper too. Make great gifts, trust me. But why do I still have this? But I think we'll start off small, keep going small. Clean this up a bit more. Great learning curve. Found out a lot of things. Better to do this cold. I can't do rivets worth of crap to save my life. The handle, got to make the handle lighter, maybe a different style. Because you don't need a beefy handle. It's not like you're gonna have 1,000 pounds in this little plate here. You know what I'm saying? Just something simple and decorative. A little twist in it. There's my cute little plate. It's almost pocket sized. It is pocket sized. Well, that's the video. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a fantastic day, fantastic time watching this video too. Probably gonna make a part 2 of this, of doing one of these cold, not putting it in the forge, see if it's better, see if it's probably hard to move the metal to form it. But we're just gonna kind of see what happens in the next video. Probably gonna be a part 2 to this. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.